All right, back on here again, back live this time. Got off the calls on my lunch break this time. Um, so I was talking about how how we deal with difficult situations, right? Offense, at the job. That example was at the job. It could be with your family. It could be in traffic. It could be in the line. It could be on a call. It could be with your friend, your frenemy, with your enemy, with officials and authorities or children, or all kinds of opportunities to grow abound, right? All kinds of opportunities for offense, but how do we see it? Opportunities to grow. So we thank God. We thank God for sending, right? For sending the sharpener, the sword sharpeners. Thank you, right? Shh. You could receive offense, but Jesus says no. He told us how to respond. Hey, sharpen my other side too. I'm a double-edged sword. Oh, thank you for sharpening me. This side, I need sharpening on both sides. Right? So that's good. That's why we don't want to be offended, because if we're offended, we're confused. Right? How could you? How dare you? What? You don't want to sharpen it? You don't want to be a sharp sword? All right. So 1 Peter 5 helps us out. Casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you. Right? Verse 7. Casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you. And right, we often have to rewind because it's just so much of this is good. Verse 6, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. So you don't exalt yourself. The fool exalts himself, right? The one who exalts himself falls. We wait on God. We wait for God. God, they're treating me like this. God, look what's happening. And he lifts you up. Mordecai, right? He waits for God. He doesn't boast himself. King, hey, you didn't recompense me. Hey, where's my reward? I saved your life, king. Right? No, he's going to be put down. Mordecai does his duty, right? Does his job. He minds his business. He's so diligent, right? He does it. He does what he's supposed to do. And then what happens? In due time, right? In due time, in the perfect time, when God says, okay, so good job. You waited. So this is my plan. This is my time. Look what happens. The king says, put my robe on him. Right? Give him my robe. And he got that idea from the enemy, Haman. Right? Haman said, do this, do this, do this. Yeah, put him on the horse. Give him the ring and the raiment, and lead him through the city. Right? This is the one whom the king delights to honor, the one that doesn't honor himself, but does his job. Right? Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God. Right? God avenges. God does. God is just. God sees. God's not a fool. He's not blind. He knows. So trust in that. He's good. Trust in that. Right? Every word of God, what he says about himself, he's true. God is not a liar. That's true. Right? He sees. He's just. He's merciful. His loving kindness, it endures. It never fails. His hand hasn't gotten shortened. He doesn't change. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's all true. We have to tell ourselves. We have to be fully persuaded so that, how we act, how we respond, our behaviors show. Are you persuaded? You don't believe yet, right? So God helps us out, right? To exercise, to get stronger in our faith. So we humble ourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walks about, seeking whom he may devour. Is it you today? It better not be. Say, it's not me. It's not me. It won't be me. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world, right? So you're not alone. You're not special. Everyone's going through this. Everyone's going through this. You are special. You are peculiar in that you are the people of God, the children of God, the child of God, the believers, the ones that God protects, the remnant, the one that God has his eyes on, the ones that God says, this is the apple of my eye, right? Because we say to God the same thing. God is the apple of my eye. His law is the apple of my eye. Because we say that, we live that out. We prove that through how we live, how we respond, how we act to what happens to us. So God is sending that to us on purpose, on purpose. And so, yeah, we have Jeremiah as an example, right? These afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world, right? So Jeremiah went through things. And even, what we go through, it might not even be direct persecution. It might not be, right? And Jeremiah also was told, oh, if you can't handle this, right? If you can't handle this, what about when the flood comes? If you can't handle the footmen, when the people are chasing you, what are you going to do when the tsunami chases you? Right? What are you going to do? You can't handle this? Yeah, but that's coming to, you got to handle this and that. So handle it, right? You can't handle the 5-pound weight. And what are you going to do with the 10? You can't handle the 10. What are you going to do with the 20? You can't handle the 20. The 35 is next, right? So we focus, steadfast. All right, let me handle this. Let me be able to do this. This is hard for me, right? That's not an excuse to say, to drop the weights. Say, it's heavy. No, it's supposed to be heavy, right? Okay, right? Put more strength to it. Put more strength to it. If the edge is blunt, you just got to put more strength. It'll cut. Just have to put more strength than the other ones, right? And as we get stronger, as we get sharper. So I was thinking about this yesterday. The batter in MLB, right? Is that it? Yeah. I forget. Major League Baseball. Yeah, Major League Baseball. I was very intrigued by sometimes the camera would focus on the batter that's not at bat just yet. He has it looks really silly. Just, I don't know how many bats they carry. 3, 4, 5. And they're holding all those bats and they're swinging. They're not actually hitting any balls. Like, what are they doing? Why are they doing that? But when I tried it, I understood why. I might have tried that exact thing or something very similar. It was equivalent. You do something heavy, something very heavy, and then you go back down to one bat. This thing is, you have better control over it because your body got used to heavier weights, right? So now in comparison, you switch out to the lower one. Whoa, you feel more command over it. You feel stronger. And so, yeah, that applies in several other areas in life, even with this idea of practice and the real. Sometimes the good coaches, the good teachers, they're going to give you situations and scenarios that are harder than the actual thing. So, I guess, yeah, throughout my schooling, I went to what they call prep schools. I didn't understand then why they call it that, but it's just like it sounds because they're prepping you for the next thing. So if it was middle school, prepping you for high school, and then high school, prepping you for college, right? And so because it was a prep school, they boast that. They go, we're a prep school. We prep you. And I found that to be true. To be true. Because I was getting same grades, pretty much. Middle school, I was like a B student. And then when I went to high school, I continued to have B's. But it wasn't like that for other people. Other people, they came into this high school, which was like kind of a rigorous high school. But they might have come from public school, and they're used to getting A's, straight A's in the school they were coming from before. And then when they transition to this high school, then their grades start to drop. They went from an A to a B or a C, and they're shocked, right? I'm only used to straight A's. And so they're very disappointed, discouraged, afraid. And then the teachers have to, and the facilitators, they have to catch those students and re-encourage them and say, hey, no, that's normal. Hey, you came up to a more rigorous program. So they would often say that, like, oh yeah, a lot of you guys got straight A's. You're used to that. So don't be afraid when you don't get A's here, because this is more rigorous here. But they say, hey, it's just more room to grow, and focus on that. Focus on growth. Don't focus on how much you've fallen. Focus on the room to grow, because that's good, right? So I was also thinking about that. Yeah, cars. I only know it through video games, because I don't have money to like buy cars like that. But I suppose people have experienced that in the real life. But I experienced it virtually, right? In racing games, what are you going to do? They're going to give you this, like Pinto, this, just beat up car, just old car, and it's supposed to be a progression, a journey, a story. I start with this car. It's very slow, right? Win a race. Oh, you get some money for winning the race. And then now you get to use that money to buy some better wheels for your car, right? Oh, it has better traction. Oh, so the races get easier. Well, you want another race. Here's some more money. So go shop again, right? Buy an upgrade for your car. A better exhaust. Change out the transmission. Change out the muffler. Change out what? Add a spoiler to it. Add, what do I want, right? Oh, I can buy a new engine? A new engine for my car? You don't have enough money yet. All right, go back. Race some more, right? Go race again. Win another race. Okay, I got some more cash. I need to save up. I want that new engine, because it's going to bump me up from this max speed to this max speed. All right, race again. Ching, ching, get more money, right? Now I have enough. Oh, an engine upgrade, right? You upgrade the engine and add a turbo to it. You add whatever. Your car's getting fast. Now it's so fast, right? You can go into the higher leagues, into other race the faster cars, get more money, right? This is getting exciting. This is getting better and easier, right? Your car's going faster. It's more exciting, exhilarating. And then you plateau, right? You plateau. What else can I buy for my car? Right? You maxed it out. That's the best engine you can have. That's the best turbo you can have. That's the best, all these other parts to add. You got the best. Do you want to add a sticker? You can add a sticker. No, I want to be faster, right? You can get tinted windows. No, I want something that'll make my car faster, right? You can get, so new rims. No, not that. Right? Anything to increase my max speed, because I can't win these races anymore. Right? My car is as fast as it can be, but there's still other leagues, other races to enter. I can't win. I'm last place in them, or I keep getting second. I just can't get first. There's a limit. So what happens? You buy a whole different car, But this new car now might be slower. It might be slower than the car you have right now. So why would you switch? Why would you switch to this new car? Because this new car has a higher potential. It can go further. Than your current car is maxed out. Right? So it's here, but this new car, if you invest in it, it can go past that. Its max speed is way up here. Your current car is maxed out already here. But the new car, if you enter into it, use it, and upgrade it, it can exceed that. It can go past this current car. So, right, you max this one out, it's going to be way over here. So you can continue to move, continue to go forward, continue to excel. Right? So, yeah, these principles, they apply. Whether using hard things and then you go into the real thing, it's easier. And yeah, so that was the baseball person. And then in school, they prep you well. Right? So this is harder here on purpose, so that when you go to the next place, it's going to be easier. You're going to have an easier time. So hard now for an easier later. And that's worth it. That's why people pay lots of money, right? Why would you want to go to a harder school? Why would you want things to be harder for yourself? because that's better. That's preparation, investing. So yeah, we were encouraged, admonished to worship harder, spend ourselves, right? Give of yourselves. Don't hold anything back. You better not be holding anything back, right? Bring out all your treasures, right? So yeah, give God a sacrifice. Worthy. He's worthy of it, right? Isn't he worthy? So we give it all. And yeah, so you might transition to something else, right? A new level that might exceed, that might go further, that might go higher. You might want to stay where you are. You might like this, what you know, what you're used to, because you're good at it, but God might call you to transition, to try this, do this, and you might be afraid. Right? And yeah, you have to put out more effort, if the sword is dull, right? But yeah, it's dull right now. Put out more effort. And then as it gets sharper, it's going to become easier. But you got to do the work, right? Whatever is put in front of you, you got to do it. And so if we understand what we're seeing, the opposition, welcome it, right? Do well in it. Pray through it, right? You go through the shadow of the valley of death. David goes through his challenges, and look what it made him, though. The challenges made him that, right? He wouldn't have become what he became if he didn't go through what he went through. And so understanding that, with that, we have that. We get to see the future by looking at the history. Oh, look, David went through that. That's me. David went through that. I'm going through that. David went through that. And he got that. I'm going to get that. Oh, so how should I see this? We don't have to be confused. We don't have to be at a loss. We don't have to be ignorant. We can already understand. Oh, this is for that. Right? This will get me that. Oh, I'm over here, right? The little red dot on the map. You are here. We can have that understanding. We can know and go. That's going to empower us. That's going to motivate us. So that, yeah, when you feel pain in your body in worship, you don't have to be afraid. You can be emboldened, right? Pray through it, right? Pray over it. Worship through it. If you can feel it, you can break it, right? They're going to encourage you. They're going to admonish you. And as you're flexible, as you're adaptable, as you're moldable, as you're receiving instruction, right? In the middle of worship, yeah, you can change your mindset, right? Oh, that's true then. Okay, that's true. Oh, this breaks curses. Let's break the curses, right? If I can feel it, I can break it. I can't feel it, and it hurts, but I can break it. Let's break it, right? So receiving and moving forward, every instruction, every business that God gives us, the Father's business, is good. We want to put full strength into it, go full force at it, because we understand it's good, it's going to benefit. And there's going to be opposition from outside and inside, right? Your own laziness, your own fearfulness, your own reluctance, your own complaining that wants to go the other way. But Paul said, with my mind I serve Christ. No, I decide right now, it's this, right? It's God. God said it, that settles it. And you're constantly in that mode, right? When what else? What next, right? Jesus, what are you going to say now? Where are you going to go now? What next? We're with you. We're going to follow you. Jonathan's armor bearer. My heart is as your heart. Right? That's good, right? So with the mind of God, because you could be like Jehoshaphat that says, "Oh, my horses and your horses, my people." Wrong answer. Why? We have an example. Jonathan's armor bearer. I'm saying the same thing. What's wrong? Right? Time and judgment. That's the wrong time. That's the wrong person. Hey, Jehoshaphat, right? Fully set on the Lord. So that you can have, right? David can have prophets that can say, well, do whatever's in your heart. Do whatever's in your heart. Right? So with other people, you're not going to get that. Right? They're going to get rebuked. Right? But David, because he can receive rebuke and redirection. Abigail, right? He can listen to her. She's a woman. Put her aside. right? You have a mission to fulfill. You want to fulfill the burning desire of your passionate desire, like your lust, right? Your anger, but he can be redirected by Abigail, by the Holy Ghost, right? By Nathan saying, you said yes. You said yes. You said I could build a house. You said do whatever. It changed. And David can follow that. So that's why Nathan can tell David at the first, David, go. Yeah, whatever's in your heart, right? So who are you? Who are they? We got to know. Who am I? Who are they? Right? So that we know, is it a time to say, oh, my heart is as your heart is? If it is, then you can go and you can prosper. And the enemy forces will melt away, because you're in the will of God at every level. A personal faithfulness, then you'll you'll produce the fire. The flame will spread and catch others on fire. Yeah, that's what we're admonished to do during worship. Take responsibility for your territory, for your area. Take territory, right? Man your post, right? Where are the porters today? We ask that in worship. Like, where are the porters? Who are the porters, right? Who's going to be a fire starter? These are identities that we take up. These are understandings that we understand more and more deeply as we apply it, as we seek to be that impact, have that impact. Oh, that's me? That's my identity? Moses was shown his identity by what he was shown. The bush is on fire. That's you, Moses. Be it. Do it. Oh, that's me? Right? So as we're reading the Bible, we're seeing the same thing. That's me. I'm Peter. I'm Paul. I'm Moses. I'm Ruth. I'm Mordecai. I'm Esther. I'm these people. I'm Samson. Right? I'm Deborah. I'm Ehud. I'm a judge. I'm David. I'm faithful. Right? Faithful people. And even those that have a mix. Right? Oh, I'm the good part of him. Right? And so we're seeing that to become it. We're being told it because the words, they are spirit and they are life. So we continue to eat. We continue to receive. The passionate are the ones that ate passion, right? Passion ate. Right? You eat the passion. This is all passion. This is the passion of God. This is his heart. This is his burning desire for us to eat it and have it be in us. So he wants us to be fire. He wants us and everything we touch, everyone we touch, any generation that has come into contact with us, right, so that they can carry the torch, carry the flame all the way until Jesus comes and says, well done, my good and faithful servant. Well done, my good and faithful church. Well done, my good and faithful people. We want to be part of that people. We want to be that people. We want to be part of that number in Jesus' name.